welcome to episode 80 of the Graceful Tangle podcast. I'm Mimi Kate and I am so happy that you are here with me today. If you're new around here, be sure to subscribe and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any future videos. And I truly hope that you enjoy this week's episode. I have so many things to share with you guys today. I cannot believe we're on episode 80. That's crazy. That's so many podcast episodes. But anyway, today is currently Sunday, November 21st. It's about 11 in the morning. Probably afternoon by the time I get done with this. But anyway, it's currently still the morning. We just got back from church and it was lovely. And yeah, now I am here and ready to talk with you guys. So, like I said, I have so many things to share about. Who even knows? Here we go. We're starting off the Amy Kate Can't Talk thing quite early in this episode, aren't we? This will be fun. Anyway, I have lots of things to talk with you guys about, and I also have some finished objects. So let's go ahead and jump into that. So before I talk about any finished objects, I thought I would briefly mention what I am wearing. This is my Like a Cloud cardigan by Hohi Locatelli. I absolutely love this thing. I finished it in October, I believe. And I absolutely love it. It's just the perfect fit. It is so cozy. It's also quite warm. I kind of went back and forth in church today, leaving it on and taking it off because I'm also wearing a long sleeve shirt under it. So if I get through this entire episode keeping it on, that will be impressive. But I am also convinced that it is chillier in our house than it is inside the church building. So anyway, it'll probably stay on, but it's super cozy, super comfortable. I used Sewella yarn in two of their fall collection from 2020 colors. So the pink is a mohair, and it is the colorway Knitflix. And then the green is a fingering weight, and it is the colorway, I think, On the Trail. I can never say it right, but it's a really beautiful blend, really beautiful colors, and I love the way that they look together. So, anyway, I've been having so much fun wearing this, and I think I finally found, like, the perfect outfit to wear it with, so that's really exciting too, and it involves leggings, which are my best friend. So, anyway, moving on to my other finished objects. Now, I have two to share with you, and coincidentally, they are both designs. So, that's really fun and exciting. I'm really thankful that I can share them with you guys. So, the first up is the Falling Leaves beanie. This released over the weekend. I currently don't have the pom-pom on this because it is a detachable pom-pom, and I took it off. But I absolutely love this beanie. I love the way that it looks. It was in collaboration with Hobie for their Cozy Fall campaign, is what they called it. And it was such a fun experience and honor to be able to participate in that and just kind of, post about it and share a pattern. It was just so fun. And here is the beanie that I designed. So this features a really pretty kind of chevron style stitch pattern that's like supposed to imitate falling leaves, which I thought was really fun. So yeah, I absolutely love the way it turned out. I'm so happy you guys do it too. It was actually #1 on Ravelry's Hot right now earlier this week, which was just so special and fun. So anyway, I absolutely love it. I hope you guys do too. If you're curious about the yarn that I used, it is Hobie Highland Wool, and I believe here's the actual skein that I used. This is how much I had left over from my size. So Highland Wool is a 100% Peruvian wool yarn. This is a lightweight 3, so a DK or sport weight, 50 grams or approximately 191 yards. So, like I said, I didn't even use the full skein for this beanie, and it fits perfectly with a little bit of slouch, which is my personal favorite fit. So, I really love knitting it. It's also so fun to wear, of course. And yeah, so that is my first finished object. Be sure to check out that pattern if you haven't already. And then my second finished object is another beanie that just released this week, and it is a very special one. So this is called the Thankful Beanie. I have been just eagerly anticipating creating a special design with this specific yarn and just launching it on this week. So it is Thanksgiving week here in the U.S., so happy Thanksgiving to all of my fellow U.S. natives. If you are in Canada, Thanksgiving has already happened, and I need to be more accustomed to what day Thanksgiving is around the world, or if it's just a national thing. I don't know. I really need to know that, guys. But anyways, it's Thanksgiving week here in the U.S., which is just such a wonderful time of the year, and I'm so thankful for that. And this beanie is kind of designed to honor that, but it's also perfect for any time of the year. So I used Knit Picks Muse for this design, and I absolutely love this color. And the beanie kind of features some really fun, simple cables that are supposed to imitate, no matter what direction life goes or what you experience, there's always something to be grateful for and thankful for. And yeah, so that's kind of the inspiration behind this beanie. You can definitely download it if you haven't already. It is free, so please take advantage of that. But yeah, I absolutely love this pattern, and I hope that you guys do as well. So that is it for finished objects this week, just those two. I do have a finished design that is going to be releasing later this week, which is beyond exciting, that I'm really looking forward to talking to you about. But I'm going to save that for design talk. So let's go ahead and talk about my 2 works in progress. Alrighty, so I have 2 works in progress that I am currently working on that I'm really stoked about. So the first is my Cable Crush Joggers test knit for Chantal of Knititude. I shared these last week, and I have made so much progress on them this week, which is really exciting. So I'm trying to remember. I cannot remember for the life of me if I was done with leg number 1 last week yet. I want to say I wasn't. If I was, I haven't made a whole lot of progress this week. But if I wasn't, I have. I don't know. I should have looked back, but it completely slipped my mind. But anyway, so these are the Cable Crush Joggers. This is a pattern by Chantal of Knititude that is going to be releasing, I don't want to say it incorrectly, but I believe in January. Don't quote me on that because I'm not certain, but I think that's right. So anyway, regardless, this pattern is going to be coming soon from her. I cannot say enough good things about this pattern. It is simply flawless, to put it simply. I just love it. It is so size inclusive. It is so easy to knit. Even if you are a more beginner or intermediate knitter, I 100% that you can accomplish knitting these pants because it's really that simple. It's just a whole lot of stockinette. There's a little, there's a couple of fun quirky things, like the drawstring is unique. And then there's an increase round that can be a little bit tricky after the waistband, but it's definitely not difficult, and it's just 1 round. So anyway, I love these, and I hope that you guys do too, and that you choose to knit them once the pattern is available because they are so much fun and so cozy. So here's the progress that I have made. So the waistband is done, the booty is done, which is kind of fun to say, I'm not going to lie. And then 1 leg is completely done, so all the way down to the cuff. And then I'm working on the 2nd leg now. So I think I'm about 10, maybe less than that, decreases in. I believe for my size, I have to do a total of 24 decrease repeats. And then a little bit of stockinette before the cuff. So I do still have a ways to go on this leg, but it's going very smoothly, very quickly. I'm having a lot of fun. It's a really mindless pattern at this point, so it's been really nice to just kind of work on these while watching a movie, or in here listening to a podcast, or whatever the case may be. It's just been a really nice project. So I'm really excited to work on these. I have the entire week off of school and mostly off of work. I'll talk about that later. So besides business stuff, of course, because that there's never really an end to that. I will have a lot of making time this week, and I'm just really excited and thankful for that. So this is definitely one of the projects that I'm hoping to put a good bit of time into. The yarn that I am using is Knit Picks Mighty Stitch. It's, I believe, an 80% acrylic, 20% wool blend, so it's really nice for garments and things like that. Then I'm using the color Silver, so these are going to match everything. They'll match the shirt that I have on now, all of my other favorite long sleeve shirts. I have some short sleeve shirts that'll look cute with it too, so I'm really excited to just make some super cozy outfits with these pants. But yeah, I love them. I cannot wait to wear them. So that is that work in progress. I'm hoping to make a good bit of progress on that this week. Honestly, I really hope to finish them, but I'm not going to promise that because I don't know if I'll actually be able to do it. And I also just lost a bunch of stitches. That'll be fun to fix later. It's okay. I'll save it. I'm just going to put it away and carefully slide the bag away. Oops. Not surprised that happened though. They were squished on those needles. Probably should have switched to something larger to show it, but oh well. Too late now. Okay, my next work in progress is my November socks. Now, these puppies. I'm really pushing the deadline on these. I'm hoping I can get them done in the month of November. I'm sure I will. But yeah, the first sock is not done yet, and it is currently November 20th. So there's that little fun fact. But the leg is done. So progress has definitely been made. And by the way, this is like no fault of the pattern at all. I absolutely love this pattern. It is the Bliss Lace Socks by Lily Knits. I am obsessed with it. It is so fun to knit, so squishy, and the texture is absolutely gorgeous. But as the name kind of suggests, just with the lace detail, it's a little bit more, I just have to pay attention to the pattern a little bit. It's taken me a little bit longer than I thought to just get, the pattern in my head. I have to look at it every now and then, but I think I'm finally to the point where I don't have to look at it, so they're going to go a lot faster. I have also been putting a lot of time into 2 designs that are releasing later this week, so and they're socks. So that's kind of, another reason too, but anyway, all of that to say, I love the pattern, and I am definitely hoping to finish them in time. It is so gorgeous. Oh my goodness, these are definitely one of my favorite socks I've ever knit, and they weren't even done yet. So the yarn that I'm using is Knit Picks Stroll Tweed in the colorway Push Them in Heather. This is kind of my last, fall project, go out with a bang kind of thing, and I'm really, really excited about them. So love them. I cannot wait to finish them up. Yeah, made a lot of progress. Well, I haven't made a lot of progress. I made a little bit of progress on them this week. Like I said, the leg is done, and that's a big feat in itself, in my opinion. So, anyway, definitely looking forward to finishing these up within the next, 9 days. It's the 21st. That's crazy. Where has this month gone? That is what I want to know. November is almost over. How did that even happen? Anyway, so that is my second and last work in progress. Still working on a couple of things that are currently hibernating, but I'm excited to get back to those soon. I will hopefully have some progress to share on them later or next episode, and then I'll also have a new work in progress to share next week. So all exciting things happening around here. I am also excited to get into a life update later because I have some really fun things to share with you guys. But for now, I do have 2 designs that I really want to talk with you guys about because I am so stoked about them. So definitely stay tuned for design talk. Okay, so I kind of mentioned that last week how I am going to be designing 2 patterns for Sockmas. So I wanted to give a little bit of a backstory on what Sockmas actually is because I've been sharing about it on Instagram and I've gotten quite a few questions about it and just, can you give me a little bit more information? So of course, first off, my answer is always, of course, I am more than happy to help you guys in any way that I can. So Sockmas is a really simple and relaxed knit along hosted by Natalie over at Nitty Natty and Love and Stitches. She is hosting this knit along with a few other makers. So there is a bag maker, 2 yarn dyers, and then a progress keeper maker. It's super fun. It's inspired by Disney this year, which I think is really exciting. I myself have never been to Disney, both the Florida or California location, but maybe one day I'll go, who knows. But regardless, the colors were just so inspirational, and I was itching to kind of just have the opportunity to contribute in some way. And I noticed that a designer it's not that a designer wasn't featured. I don't want to put myself in that position. I don't want to say that about myself, but I wanted to provide a couple of patterns to inspire other makers to make them if they decided to participate in the knit along. And so that's exactly what I did. I reached out to those dyers and I asked if they would be open to me featuring their yarn in a design to publish the day that Sockmas starts, and to just again be used as inspiration for other knitters who are using their yarn. So they both were super excited for that, which I am so incredibly grateful for. And so I am currently designing 2 patterns to feature their yarns. So the first one is done. which is really exciting. Now I will say the turnaround for this has been extremely quick. If I get this amazing opportunity, you know, in future years, I will definitely do it a little bit more in advance. But that being said, I'm working hard behind the scenes to ensure that everything is ready to go and perfect for release day, and I'm very close to being in that position, which is beyond thrilling. So anyway, my first pattern is done, and they are right here. So this is Addison of Ruby and Roses yarn. This is her Castle by Day set, and it is absolutely breathtakingly gorgeous. The yarn just blows me away. Addison, she continually inspires me because we are very close in age. I believe she's just a little bit younger than me. And so it is so fun and encouraging to see somebody your age kind of, you know, working really hard to do similar things, to succeed in running a business and just building their life in a way that really excites them. And that's exactly what I feel that Addison is doing. You know, I know her through social media. I haven't met her in person. Maybe one day we'll be able to set that up. But just seeing her through social media and talking with her, you know, personally, again, through social media, it's just been really fun. So anyway, she's amazing at what she does, and it is so thrilling to watch her grow and succeed. But this is her yarn. So this set comes with 2 minis, the white and the purple, and then this gorgeous speckly, sparkly yarn in between. And I'm just so stoked about this pattern. It turned out so beautiful. I absolutely love it, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. Yeah, so both of these patterns, I'll talk about the second one in just a minute, but both of these were released November 26th, the day after Thanksgiving here in the US. That Friday is when Songmas starts. So both patterns are releasing that same day. You can kind of see why it's just a little bit stressful to do it all at once, but it's all going to work out. And again, I'm so grateful for it. So anyway, here's the first pattern. Now the second one, I just received the yarn this weekend. So the design is almost ready to go. I'm just knitting the sample right now, which is kind of the most thrilling part, if I'm being honest. And let me grab the right project bag to show it. So this is Mountain Mist yarn. Here is her label, and this is her Castle at Night sock set. So here is her label. It's backwards for me. I think that means it's correct for you guys. I hope I'm assuming that correctly. But anyway, also these labels are so fun. I really love them. There's so much color. I think they're so pretty. Anyway, now this set is loaded. Like, it kind of blew my mind to see. I mean, obviously I knew beforehand because I had looked in her shop and all of those things, but just to see it and receive it in the mail was so fun, and there's so much yarn in such a little set. So this comes with one, now cake, but hank of self-striping yarn in the most beautiful Christmas color palette. I think it is so gorgeous. She captured the colors perfectly, and it blows me away. So anyway, it comes with this full skein, and then 3 coordinating minis. So we got this, whoa, I almost threw it at you. This gray one, which is so pretty. This red one, with a little bit of black in there. And then my personal favorite, this one. Guys, I want a full entire skein of just this colorway. It is gorgeous. You can't see it super well, just in the way that this cake is shaped for whatever reason, but there's so many speckles. It's kind of all on like a whitish pinkish base, and it is so beautiful. So this is the set that I am using for the second sock pattern, and I don't have very much to share because, like I said, I just got this yarn yesterday, but I'm going to be spending a lot of time getting these patterns completely ready earlier this week so that I can just, you know, send Natalie pictures and all of that fun stuff. But here is what my sock currently looks like. So these are going to feature a little bit of color work, which is going to be super fun. The other is a purely knit and purl textured pattern, so they're a little bit more beginner friendly. These are definitely still suitable for the beginner or intermediate knitter, in my opinion, because it's slip stitch color work. So you're only ever using one color at a time, which I think really helps. And it's also going to be very simple color work. So I'm just so excited about this pattern. So here's what it currently looks like. I just have a couple of stripes done, and you can't quite see the color work yet, but I also have the cuff done, obviously. So these are so fun. I'm really excited to fully share them with you guys. They'll definitely be done soon, but obviously I'm recording this ahead of time, so they aren't done yet. But anyway, I love them. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to collaborate with both of these amazing designers and just to kind of work with Natalie a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, Natalie has been an inspiration to me from the get-go. She has encouraged me from honestly one of the most special moments just in this business. On my 18th birthday, I rebranded. So if you didn't already know, I was the Dancing Needle first, and I sold, finished items. And then in 2020, I decided to purely design. Mostly, I've still sold a few products here and there, and then obviously advent calendars was a huge thing this year. But I call myself a knit and crochet designer now. And then, so throughout 2020, I was designing all of the time. And then in 2020, on May 1st, I turned 18, and I rebranded and became the Graceful Tangle, which is what I am now and what I, Lord willing, will always be business-wise. So on that day, Natalie was just super encouraging, and she kind of reshared my post. And at the time, I was very much still in a small growing phase, and so it was really special to me for her to take the time to kind of share that. So anyway, it's a true honor to be able to collaborate with her a little bit now, and just to stay friends via social media is just so fun. So definitely check her out on YouTube and Instagram if you haven't already. I'm really excited for both of these patterns to release, so definitely stay tuned for the end of the week, because I'm at the end of this week, I'm kind of switching from fall and Thanksgiving and all of that to Christmas, and I am so stoked about it. So it's going to be a great week, and I am so excited to have you all along for the ride. Okay, so with all of that, let's go ahead and hop into devotion and life update. So today I wanted to talk about something that is kind of obvious for this week. Honestly, God is teaching me so much right now. These past 2 weeks have been some of the most amazing moments of my entire life, honestly. Not to be too dramatic or sappy, but it's just been a really, really special season. And like I said, God is teaching me so much. So I feel like there's endless things that I could talk about and share, and I could be here all day in this exact spot in this chair, just waiting for my phone to die, honestly, because that's just how much I could share. But I thought I would just encourage you today with the act of being thankful and grateful and giving thanks and showing that in your life and in your actions and the way that you hold yourself around those around you. I've talked about before how I make a gratitude list every day. And this is something that's really simple. And like I said, I've talked about it many times before, and I want to keep mentioning it because I think it's such a simple little act that goes such a long way. I was originally inspired by somebody that goes to our church to do this. She was kind of reposting it in her Instagram stories every day, and I was just so encouraged by it, and just to be able to kind of read through a few things that she was grateful for just was such a light to me, and kind of showed me that, it's not hard to think of something I'm grateful for, but it's really important to actually think about it and actually write it down and actually address it and kind of say to God, I am so thankful for this. Thank you. So I kind of took that and went with it, and I decided to do it myself. And for the first long while, I was sharing about it daily on Instagram too. And I just kind of decided to, stop and make it a little bit more of a personal thing. And I also, my handwriting is not the best, and I tend to write very quickly, like I do most things in life. So, I was getting a few comments of I can't read it. And so I kind of just wanted to take a step back and realize, okay, I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for God. I'm doing this to encourage myself and lift myself up so that I can lift him higher. And, just sharing it on social media wasn't the most important part. And I think it was important for me to realize that. So all of that to say, I'm approaching day number 600 of taking a few minutes to just write down 10 things I'm grateful for. And I don't want to, say that in a prideful way. I want to say that as an encouragement, because it's completely changed my life to just take those few minutes and to devote all of my energy in the 5 minutes or less it takes me to do it to being grateful and to think about 10 little things. And of course, there's so many things that we're grateful for. There's so much more than 10 that I could write down, and I don't want to say limiting it, but making it a point to list 10 I feel like, you know, once I stop at 10, I can think about everything else the rest of the day and those 10 little things I wrote down. So I encourage you to grab a notebook, and whether it's something that you decide to start and do daily or something that you do only today in this moment, I encourage you to grab a piece of paper or a notebook or the notes app on your phone, whichever is the most handy and most appropriate for you, and just list 5 to 10 things that you're grateful for. Because I think it's a really important little act to do. You know, we're told in the Bible to give thanks in all things. And my pastor today in church talked about giving thanks and how specifically the Bible says in all things. Because, you know, there's certain things that we aren't actually thankful for. Like, we could be in a really hard season of life where you could be going through something really difficult, such as loss in some way, or waiting for a certain season to come. I've been there, and I am there in many ways currently, and it's really hard to be thankful for that, right? Because we're not inclined to be thankful for pain, but we're called to be thankful in pain or in sorrow or in happiness or in joy or whatever it may be. We're called to be thankful in it. So I encourage you to do that, to just make a little list and just, you know, kind of let me know. Reach out on Instagram or the comments down below if they are working, YouTube. But also you can send me an email to thegracefultangle@gmail.com and just let me know what you think about it, and let me know what you are grateful for, and we can all lift each other up and encourage each other through that. So anyway, like I said, there's so many things I could talk about, but I kind of wanted to keep it short and simple and sweet today, and just encourage you with that. And again, I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. So in terms of life update, I am so happy to say that I have worked very, very hard and I currently have the entire week off of school, which is absolutely amazing. So I am currently in college. I'm studying accounting. I am set to graduate at the end of August 2022. The past year and a half has been nutso and crazy, and I've had only a few weeks off of school in all of that time, and so to be able to work hard and to accomplish the goal of having this Thanksgiving week completely off is absolutely amazing. So there's a few little things that I'll have to, well, I can't say little, there's a few big things called finals that I'll have to do after Thanksgiving break and in between being off for Christmas and the end of the fall semester, but you know, in this week I get to bask in just the freedom of not having to do school, and it feels amazing. I also have the majority of this week off work outside of the house. Towards the end of the week, I'm actually going to be starting a new job, which is exciting. So anyway, I have a learning curve to get over for that, and just, you know, lots of prayer and wisdom has been gone into the decision, but I'm really excited. So, you know, yet another thing to add to Amy Kate's plate, but I'm all grateful, and I'm confident in the fact that God has given me all of these opportunities, and He will continue to give me the means and the wisdom to get through them in ways that honor Him. So I am excited for what future seasons hold. I am excited to be in the season that I am currently in, and I am so very grateful for you specifically. Know that you're appreciated and loved by Him, and yeah, I'm so grateful for you. So I hope that you have enjoyed this week's episode. Yeah, I'm working on a lot of things. I'm really excited to make some progress and to release some new designs. It's going to be a great week. So I hope you have an amazing week. Be sure to check out all of the links down in the description box below. You can find links to my show notes, my newsletter list, and all of my social media platforms and pattern shops. So be sure to do that if you haven't already. And of course, to subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any future videos. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope you have an amazing week. And until next time, happy making. Bye.